folks, we're back in the lab with another lantern project. Today we have a Dietz Junior, and this is a Sanskrit version, which is it has embossing of Hindi in it, and you might be able to see it back in there. And I'll get my trusty little light out here. Yeah, there you go. And I believe that says Dietz made in America in Hindi. I don't want to put it on the big grinder, and I don't want to put paint strip around it. I don't want to take the paint off, but I don't want to leave it all on. What I want to do is return this to a smoothness. And if I can get a lot of this paint to smooth out, that'd be great. That's what we're going to go for today. I want to keep some of this. On here. I mean, granted, there is, and who knows? I may even change my mind when I see how much nice tin there is underneath. You can't really see, but it's poking out all over the place. It's gone from in here. I'm sure that's just from polishing, decades of polishing and things. So let's take this apart and take a look at it. I already see it's missing a filler cap, and I see the filler cap has been pushed down in there, and it's a bit oval. It's a bit. The other Sanskrit I have, also missing the cap. Those little brass caps, man, they disappear. Okay, so let's check this thing out. Okay, so this is a Junior, and I do believe I have a nice Junior embossed globe I can pop in here. Okay, so, oh, that's interesting. Oh, this had a Buckeye lens on it. Yeah, somebody took off the Buckeye lens holder there. What a bummer. Okay, so I am going to want this out of there. Let's take a look at, oh, look at that, comes right out. Dietz Junior burner. Ooh, somebody redid some welds there. They're pretty nasty. I'll clean them up. I gotta take this off. We gotta get it off so we can get at the back of this thing nice enough. This could be a real pain in the butt. Get back on because of the angle. Yeah, I gotta get everything from this side because I have the side mount. Yeah, this thing over here. Those quarters here. Okay, we're off. Okay. Oh, man, that's too bad. I can take those out. Probably would have upped the price pretty heavily, too, with that bullseye lens on there. Okay, so other parts, that crown doesn't need to come off. Everything seems to be all right. It's just got one little droop. One little droop here. Hey, that did it. All right, so no going to the sink, no going to the grinder. You just got to work on this, baby. Work, work, work. So, I think I'm going to go with 600 grit. Yeah, we'll start with a 600 grit and see how that looks. We'll start on the bottom, test it out a bit. Like I said, it's just, I can't. The way I do things here. And this is a very subjective approach. It's all on who you talk to, all who you ask, and what mood they're in. But I want to make it look beautiful and make it desirable for people to keep around rather than throwing in the garbage like this one was about to go to. All right. That's pretty much what I'm going for. Ooh. Pinholes. Okay. All right. It's talking to me. It's telling me what it's needing and where it's been and what it's doing. Hard to tell with that baffle in there, but I see tin showing through, kind of a rusty film, like it had water in it for a while. It's all right. Okay. These things, we'll work on those later. Let's see what happens here. Well, I think we can steel wool now. Get this baby going. I do believe gonna have to seal the tank, judging by these holes I'm seeing here. I would venture to say inside and outside. I'll probably put a little JB weld on this tonight. Then tomorrow after that dries and clean it up. Then we'll do a seal it. Seal the tank up. Just to make sure there's no pinholes along the sides. Because this hole's just way too big for the seal all to do anything. Okay, so I think what we'll do now is put a little, weld it on the bottom on that one little hole. There's the J. There's the B. Of course, I'm kidding. Anything else in here I need? So I think, you know, when you go to sell one of your lanterns online, I think people seeing the amount of repair job kind of scares them off. So you want to keep your areas small, if that's... Yeah, even if I'm leaving a little ice cream tail on there, I can grind that off tomorrow. Okay, good. And the rest we'll get from the inside. So yeah, this thing's looking great. We're gonna let that sit till tomorrow. Yeah, all right, that's it. See you in a few. Okay, it is the next day, and we're gonna do a little contouring on the repairs we just did on the bottom of the tank. And I like to use this wood sanding disc. I like to use that on the JB Weld. It gives me more control. Okay, so let me set this up so we can all see this right. Yeah, that looks good. Nice. All right. All right. There we go. Better than slopping on big, large amounts of it. And, you know, I've kind of changed my thoughts on this to do it this way rather than slathering it on. Purely because when I go shopping online, you know, for lanterns. And I see a bunch of JB Weld on the bottom. I click on it and I go past it. So, God, I could almost paint these black. There. I mean, I'm not going to lie about there being in repairs, but it will be a lot more attractive to the eye. Not seeing big globs. And this will all look a lot better too once I treat with oil. There. What do you think about that? All right. Good. Okay, next thing is going to be getting this cork out of here because we need to get in there and treat the tank. And I don't want to do it from here. I want to do it from here. There's a baffle in here. Let's see if you can see that. So you can see there's a baffle that goes all the way down to the bottom. Not all the way, but close. Well, you know what? Actually, I do have enough room there to not worry. I'm not going to pour it in here, but I'm not going to put a 1/4 of an inch of seal in there. Okay, and I want to explore the inside of the tank over here. So we got to get that out, and I'll have to figure out something else because I'm pretty sure this isn't going to come out in one piece. Cute little cork. The other one of these I have also doesn't have a cap. Maybe I'll do the acetone. And I thought about it too with this JB Weld. JB Weld is supposed to be good for like even fuel tanks. So I do believe that the acetone will not affect it. Now, I may still rinse it because I don't want to rinse it with water because it would take all day for that to dry out. Okay, let's do that now. We'll do acetone, and then we'll seal it after the acetone dries up, which would take a couple of minutes. That's all. And either I come up with another cork, or I do like I did on my other one, is roll up an old wick, stick it in there. I need Okay, let me get my trash can out in case it leaks real bad. I gotta dump her out. Okay, I'm just gonna pour all this and we're gonna slosh it around. Look at that, folks. Oh, well, there is. Oh, no, that's coming out of the hole. Okay, good. Okay, there are a couple small pinholes down there. And we knew that. That's what we're here for. Okay, I'll be back after I do a little shaking here. Okay, so obviously acetone is paint thinner. And I forgot about where it's leaking out on the bottom here. Yeah, it liquefied all the black paint. I was going to take all the paint off, and I'm like, no, I'm going to leave it. Why not? But I got to do some taping down here before I forget. Because I'm going to be thinning out the seal all a little bit. Just because I have a little nervousness about the baffle in there. Okay, and it's great that I didn't see any coming around the rim here or the outer rim, so just this little area here has a couple pinholes. So we will do that, and I'll go watch a little football while that dries, and then I'll come back and we'll treat it and assemble it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, good. I just made a little area here so we can pour it in. So I want to be accurate with the pour. I don't want to get it all over these threads or anything. By the way, I want to clean out the inside of those threads. I'll do that after, just in case I get any on there. Start getting the last of that toothpaste. Oh, we're done with that. That should be enough. And I'm going to expand this a little bit with a little acetone. This is acetone in here. Just going to put a little in. I kind of like it when I whip the bubbles into it, because that way I can kind of watch it. The bubbles help me see it moving in the fount. Don't know exactly if they're all that great for sealing something. Bubbles in there. I remember last time I did this, the more I whipped, the bubbles went away. Oh, they're smaller at least. All right, let's pour it in there, and I'm gonna do the little maraca dance around, and that acetone is all dried up. Here we go. This is a small fount, so this should be more than enough to seal this puppy up real nice and protect it for years to come. And the great thing I feel about, restoring these lanterns is that, instead of being in a junk pile, they're fixed up and become much more appealing to people to keep them around and not let them rust anymore. Okay, now I got it in there, and I'm gonna do some swishing around. I'm just gonna move it around like this, and I can see it migrating in there. Once I've gone around a couple of times, I'll go back and forth so it can cover the middle here. That way I know that it's not going to be one big blob doing any kind of interruption to that baffle. And with the acetone in it, I can kind of feel where it's been from the coldness it generates. I wonder how long this stuff takes to dry. Dry time, 10-12 minutes. Set time, 5-8 hours. Full cure. Good. And I could tell that I had not. Okay, a couple more circles here. And, well, maybe I can treat. Oh, no, because there's tape on the bottom and things. We may come up with something, some other problem. I think I'm going to go set this on the radiator so everything dries real good. Okay, we are back. And I would say probably that our tank ceiling is probably pretty cured. It's been about 4 hours sitting on top of a warm radiator. But I haven't decided. Oh, geez, wrong tool. I haven't decided yet whether I want to try to fire it up or not. I know that people like to see them fired up at the end of a video. And I understand. All right, I'm trying to clean this out here. And then I think we're going to treat it and assemble. And that's another one of the reasons you could save your pretty much completely trashed bits. It's the only bit I have that would fit down in there, except for this, and that wouldn't really help us get in those threads so well. Oh yeah, that worked perfect for the small. Oh, and I see a little smear of black paint I want to get rid of. All right, so let's get this baby back on here. And considering this is a wagon lamp, this could be an interesting situation here. This could be fun. Fun for you. There we go. That helped. Okay. All right. Now, I think we're all ready to go everywhere here, folks. So let's do some treatment. I can't wait to see how this thing looks with oil on it. Can't wait. Okay. I broke out a new brush. The others were just too beat. Look at that wicket right up. Oh man, boy, you don't realize how good you have it with a fresh brush for this. Holy moly. I really got my money's worth out of those others. I mean, they're still here though. I haven't hooked them out. I'm gonna end up using them, I'm sure. Gonna be a long winter. Oh yeah. Patina explosion. Look at that. Beautiful. Like Marine Corps camouflage. Okay, so let's get her buffed up. Oh, this looks great. Okay, well, we need to find a fresh wick. This one's really thick, and this is a Dietz, so I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but I do need one that's short because of the baffle. There we go. All right. Good. Perfect, because like I said, there's a baffle in there. You can't have a whole lot of wick, otherwise you got to roll it up. Then it'll get all bound up here it gets kind of weird. I got plenty of new wicks, but I also have plenty of these vintage washed wicks. Why not? Got a vintage lantern, put a vintage wick back in it, right? All right. All right, by the way, while I was putting the oil on, I was smelling the seal all. And, you know, I know it's dry to the touch and stuff, but let's be safe. I am not going to fire this up in this video. Sorry, folks. I don't want to reverse the work we've done. Okay. Click. A nice junior globe put in here. Oh yes, we have the bail, which oops. All right, now yeah, wish I could fire this up, folks, but look at that. Oh yeah. Now, I searched all over. Somewhere I have a vase full of corks. Let me check one more closet, because I kind of want a nice oldie cork. This is one of the new, I don't know if it's synthetic or some kind of weird tree. I don't think that's cork. Let me check this closet. Well, found this. This is off a Patron bottle. And interesting, I never noticed it before, but this is two different corks glued together. Interesting. But who cares? All right, I'm going to make a cork. Let's see what kind of depth. What kind of depth do we want? Okay, well, let's start by hacking some off of here. This, by the way, this thing I'm sawing with is a vintage bone saw for your kitchen. You know, if you're making stock and stuff, or butchering your own animals. Okay, see that? Pretty cool. Hey, look at it. Yeah, for Hubbard squash. Cuts ice cream, cuts frozen meat. Isn't that neat? This had been on display in my kitchen for quite a few years. Pretty cool. And it just came in useful. Oh, geez, I need to use it more. Duh. We need to narrow down to a width here. So, let's see. Oh, that's a long one. Now I can start carving. which would leave a much nicer edge. To find a nice, healthy cutter with a healthy blade. Turn it into something. Gotta hack the end off here because this is very flaky. There we go. It's better. Okay, good. We're almost there with this end of it. Taper it a little bit. There we go. That's what we want. Yeah, well, it's good and still enough meat to it where you can pull it out. Good. That'll work just fine. Just fine. Just fine. There. That doesn't look too bad at all. Wonder what I can do. Kind of help this match a little bit. Remember Halloween as a kid? Or football as a kid? Burning cork put on your face? There. Good. Wonder if I can sand this, make it look nicer. There. Okay, good. Got it nicely aged. You don't want a brand new looking cork in there, do you? Want to make it look like it's made for it. And it was. This one was made for it. I can't do that, Dave. I can feel it. I can feel my tank leaking. I'm okay. All right, so here we are. Look at that. Look at that patina galore. I love it. Love it. Nice and weathered and aged, but still solid as a rock. Yeah, great. That little thing there, made out of a Patron cork. All right, folks. Dietz Junior Wagon lamp, Saskreet with Hindi on it. And apparently that says Dietz made in America. in Hindi. How cool is that? All right, folks, that is it. Thank you so much. And by the way, look at how similar we are here to the gem. Oh, it's a beauty. Yeah. Okay, folks, here we go. And by the way, this one looks like it had the Buckeye lens, judging by those 2 points that were hacked off there. That's too bad they hacked it off. All right. Thank you so much, folks, and tune in again for another holiday edition of Chef Berland's Lantern Lab. All right, folks, thank you so much, and don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.